Yo, what's up, family? How y'all doing today? This is your man J. Kevin Johnson, co-founder, creator of TheInspirationStationCompany.com. That's where you can find where I blog, place some of my resources, aggregate some of the resources that I use on a daily basis that I involve and incorporate into my life on a daily basis to help me stay inspired. So today's little talk is going to be talking about, today's little live stream is going to be talking about how staying inspired is better than sliced bread. I just had to think of something, y'all. And just looking at just a few things that's kind of got me going in this direction is that the older I get, the more I realize how important it is to stay inspired, meaning that you're full of the breath of life and that life never ceases or fails to captivate you and keep you in a state of wanderlust. And one of the things that I notice out when I'm out and about in the real world is that there are many people that walk around not encaptured, not in a state of wanderlust, not in a state of just being enthralled and being in love with life and being in love with beauty and being in love with just the present day that we all have the opportunity, the gift to live. So just wanted to push out and pebble of positivity and just take a few moments to kind of talk about some ways, some things that you can do to stay inspired and motivated, encouraged, uplifted, and just having a brighter perception on life. Again, I spend a lot of time out in public and just out and about, talk to a lot of people, I guess you could say. And just one of the things I notice is that, I run across many people who I perceive that just really aren't living according to how the Creator has designed and destined for each and every one of us to live, given wherever we may or you may find yourself in life. If you have the ability to be on Facebook and be on YouTube and be on all these other platforms, if you have the ability to have a smartphone, if you have the ability to just kind of move about and live in this culture, then it's more than likely that you have the ability that you're living to live in a state, in a place, in a way that most of the world does not get to see or participate in. So just wanted to spend like a few moments just thinking and talking about some ways that I use to stay inspired, and just interested to hear what are some ways that you stay inspired. Like I said, this is an important topic, I think, and it's essential, and we're admonished to really work at, make the decision to pursue and cultivate and hone and maintain a state of staying inspired, uplifted, and encouraged. Hey, Latiera, how you doing out there? Thanks for joining in. Just going on real quick, kind of just getting things going before I go on. For all of you that may just be joining or don't know, I do another show with Leif Taylor, Two Shy Guys and a Mic, and just doing a little warm up over on my page, just kind of talking about a few things, talking about some ways to stay inspired. Just given that I think it's one of those, it's a top priority for me, and just a top priority that I think that other people would benefit greatly from if they pursued it and made it something worthwhile as far as maintaining in their life, given that if you don't do that, you're subject to fall in all kinds of traps, ditches, distractions that life presents to us on a daily basis. And just talking about inspired means of extraordinary quality, as if arising from external creative impulse. And one of the ways that I use to stay inspired is to Talk with your Heavenly Father, the Creator, daily. That means having conversations. That means waking up, just giving thanks, saying, "Hey, thanks. I appreciate waking me up this morning. What do you have for me today? I've been thinking about this. I got some questions. Can you drop a dosage of insight or inspiration into my heart and mind so that I can move with purpose today? Because Lord knows that I need some help." And just whenever you decide to make the decision to humble yourself and kind of submit and say, you know what, I need some help in this area. I need some help as far as being inspired, encouraged, and uplifted and motivated. That can go a long way, just to be able to express that and confess it, and just to be able to have that conversation. This may mean that you may have to put some margin in your life where you can have meaningful conversations like that. I know the old Kevin, I used to just like wake up and just roll out of bed and start putting out fires, not really thinking about much. Then I come home and just jump into bed, and that's it. But the older I got, the more mature I've become, the more I realize the importance of taking those moments to really carve out a section of time in which whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes, where I can just have that conversation and where I can just contemplate and meditate on some things and frame my mind, frame my heart for one, in which the smallest things seem to captivate me. It's just, I don't know what happened, but just seeing a turtle or a tortoise out in the road, or just watching the ducks or geese cross roads, and seeing deer, the sky, all this stuff really just captivates me, and it keeps me inspired. There's so much beauty out there, and when you make it your purpose, when you make the decision to focus on beauty, it's amazing how your perception of reality can change. So you do have the capacity to change your reality. Hey, so you're the same way, La Tierra? Cool. We're two peas in a pod. I'm glad to see that I'm not the only one out there operating. I'm curious about everything. Yeah, that's they. When I was growing up, they used to call me Curious George because my curiosity. I do have a natural inclination, a strong natural inclination for curiosity, and I've found a way to not let that die. I hone it, I cultivate it, and I maintain it, and I guard it with care. And we each have the capacity to be very curious, and I implore, I admonish you. What's up, Michael Pratt? Great to see you, man. I ain't seen you in a while, family. I do have, we all have that capacity to cultivate and hone our curiosity, and it's very important to hold on to in this world that we live in this reality. I'm in the middle of watching a 3.5 hour, I think 3 and 40 minute, it might be 3 hour plus documentary titled Minds of Men, and it's a documentary about mind control, and it's a documentary about the social engineers that have architect the matrix, have designed the culture that we live in, and where we've came from in the past, and where we're going, where we are now, and where this is projected to go if we stay on this trajectory. So I don't want to steer too far down that rabbit trail, but that's where I'm at as far as my latest documentary, and why I think it's of importance that we hold on to our curiosity, and that we hold on to our inclination to be inspired and be captured by those small little things in life, because they have the big impact that can go a long way. La Tierra said, I love it, but it does keep me off task at times. Yeah, I find that my curiosity keeps me off task much of the time. But hey, what are you going to do? that so some people are better disciplined than others. Hopefully, you're better disciplined than I, because if you're not, shame on us. We need more people who are better disciplined than me, or not much would get done around here. You know what I'm saying? Not much would get done around these parts. We all just be just curious and not getting stuff done, distracted. So, right off the bat, number one is to pray, have conversation, and purposeful conversation with your Heavenly Father. Number two, one of the things that I incorporate as far as staying inspired, motivated, and encouraged is to connect frequently with family and friends. This is a way in which you can detox emotionally. This is a way in which you can help get some thoughts articulated and concrete and crystallized. That's what I'm looking for. This is a way to get thoughts crystallized. This is a way to it's a way to satisfy a natural inclination, a natural part of what it means and what it is to be a human being. To be a human being means we're designed by nature to connect to others. I know some inclination may be stronger than others, but for the most part, on the bell curve, most of us have this desire to connect. Of course, you're going to have the 1% who, for whatever reason, on either side, really are either what they call sociopaths or even psychopaths, pathic on one side, and some on the other side who, for whatever reason, don't really need that as much. So just connecting and making sure that you do whatever you have to do to have meaningful relationships in your life. I really didn't understand it when I was younger, but the older I get, again, I understand the importance of having that circle of friends that love you for you and no matter what, and that you love, and are able to have conversation and be transparent and kind of open up your chest, so to speak, with on a regular basis. We need that. That's therapeutic. That's just part of it. There's nothing. That's just part of what it means to be a human being. So number two for me on the list is make meaningful connections. You know, I recently had a conversation with a friend the other day, a family friend the other day, and during the course of the conversation, one of the things that he said in the midst of the conversation was like, he gave a deep breath. He was like, just like it. He's like, man, I needed this, man. This helped me stay. This grounded me. And when you hear key phrases like that, that lets you know that that conversation or that connection is very important, and that when you get around people who are able to ground you, those are people who are able to connect you connect with you in a way that helps you helps bring relief to your life. So we all need that, whether we realize it or not. I run across a lot of people who neglect that part of their life, and they just, some people let stuff built in and they turn inward, and then some people they turn outward and they lash out and they end up hurting people. So we have to make those connections, the ties that bind, so to speak. Number three, exercise. I'm a little hyped right now. I'm trying to calm down. I just got back from the gym. So I was feeling a little down. I was feeling a little sluggish. I wasn't feeling too inspired, but once I got in the gym, got moving, got stuff pumping and moving around, I started, feeling like, what? But what they call the good hormones started pumping through my blood. So I started getting hype a little bit. So now I got to settle down, but now I'm inspired. I got inspired to even come on and do a live stream before I do another live stream, just because just exercising, moving the body helps in other areas of your life too. Hey Bo, it's Bo Mo. Thanks for joining me, Alicia. Thanks for joining me. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What are some ways in which you stay inspired? What you doing? So, hey Leif, what's up, man? I'm just doing a warm up. I was explaining to everybody. I was just doing a warm up before I did the real thing. Everybody, that's my man Leif Taylor. Just coming on, talking about some ways to stay inspired. TheInspirationStationCompany.com. Just coming on and just doing a little talk. Hey Shanika, what's up? I'm trying to calm down. I can't help it. Somebody slow me down. But number four, eat good food. I know I kind of stay on this soapbox. This is my lane. I'm sticking to it. Eat good food. Make every meal a feast. Make every meal a feast. I'm telling you, y'all, when you make every meal a feast, it's good. You know, it's gonna be a good day. I may be going through some rough times now, but I know around mealtime, somebody's gonna be feeling good. I know I'm gonna be one of them. I don't care what y'all doing, but I'm gonna be eating good. Today, I got off work and I went to my favorite place as far as food. I went to the organic farm. Better not hit your word wall. Oh man, how you gonna call me out on the word wall? Yeah, you're right. I'll slow it down a little bit. I'll say some. I said I wasn't gonna be on here too long, which I'm not. I'm not gonna be on here too long. But you know, today I got off work a little early, and I got a chance to go to the organic farm where I get my food from. It's the source of where I get. You know, I try to live what I talk as far as farm to table as much as you possibly can. Farm to table. If you wanna, that's one of the ways you can level up in life. Real simple is make a connection to all the farms in your area, build those relationships, connect, and maybe your friends will hook you up. I don't know, but I went to the farm today, and my good friend, one of the owners, she was they had an abundant harvest, and I brought home some stuff. You know, I'm doing all right today. I'm feeling good. Just looking at my counter right now, got a thing of tomatoes. I got some extra cucumbers. I got some extra greens. I got some extra. What else did I get? I got some potatoes. I'm not really a starch guy, but hey, what can you say? If somebody's gonna give it to me, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna chop it up and I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna do my best to get it. You know, I'm gonna make it work. So I got some potatoes. What else did I get? I got some meat, of course. I'm a meat eater. I got me some good meat. I see my meat before it's chopped, before it goes to the process, and I seen it go through the process, and I know what it's like afterwards. So I see the source of all my food from start to beginning for the most part, except when I go to half paychecks, formerly known as Whole Foods. But now, or whole paycheck. Now they might be half paycheck with Jeff Bezos, maybe squashing everything down. But we all know how he operates. He'll squash everything down until all that's left is you got to go to him eventually. That's how they operate. But anyway, go to the farm, get your food, get some good food. It's gonna help you stay inspired. Good sleep. That's definitely gonna help you stay inspired. I'm pretty big on trying to get in bed early, so I'm not gonna be on here too long. So just get some good sleep. That'll help you get everything. It's like a daily reset button, and it helps you with processing information, clearing your mind. It helps you with regulating the heart, and it helps you physically reset everything too, as far as getting some good, solid sleep in pitch black. So get some good sleep. Do something therapeutic. I don't care what you do, but find something that is therapeutic and satiating to your soul. For me, getting that good massage. I got a good massage therapist that I go to like every 4 or 5 weeks. Getting that in. She works out all the kinks in my back, work out all the kinks in my shoulders, make sure I stay nice and loose, make sure tension is gone. That's one thing that you can do that it's something that I recently started incorporating in my life, and it has helped tremendously. Some other things, man, I don't know. You figure it out. There's many other things as far as therapeutically you can do in your life that'll help get you moving and staying inspired, uplifted, and motivated, and moving in the right direction. And then lastly but not least is to live in the present. And I know this has become so cliche today, being mindful, the mindfulness movement. It's become cliche, but it's true. It's so true, given in that one of the things that was said in the documentary Minds of Men, one of the things that was said is the past is in the mind and the future is in the mind. The only thing that really matters is the present. And once we learn how to control the present, Yeah, that's where we, I'm paraphrasing. Once we learn how to control the present, the mind, in the present, because the battlefield is the mind. Once we learn how to do that, all else is all else is off the table as far as the final revolution, and controlling and influencing men, and creating a matrix. I'm paraphrasing, and I'm putting my spin on my take on the on my take of some of the quotes that were made. So, but just realizing that all you have is the here and now. That's all that matters. Me talking to you, you responding to me and watching and giving me your attention and focus right here, right now. The past is gone. The future hasn't happened yet. This is it. So just enjoying this for what it is, the exchange that is happening. This is very important, and we are to hopefully take whatever is exchanged and you use it to fuel whatever it is you've decided to pursue, and the narrative you've decided to orchestrate and design in your life. So this is J. Kevin over at TheInspirationStationCompany.com, where you'll find where I blog. I try to blog regularly. You'll find me on Instagram too, where I do a lot of micro blogging. You'll find me on Tumblr, where I do a lot of micro blogging. You'll find me on Facebook, where I just post positive stuff, because that's all that really matters anyway. Anything else that people are just white, to me it's just white noise. But just doing my part as far as just putting out pebbles of positivity for somebody to hopefully glean from and use to propel them to level up, push them to level up and thrive in life, meaning whether it be your health, wealth, love, and happiness. So with that, I'm signing off before I hit my word wall. And I'm glad and I'm thankful and I'm appreciative that you all decided to just spend a little bit of time with me, decided to pay a little bit of attention to me, and hopefully the return on your investment was worthwhile. So peace out.